Hey everyone, happy Wednesday night and welcome to our weekly crafty session. My name is Anne Granger and I'm excited to be with you. Welcome. Popping on just a few minutes for 7 so Facebook can let you know I got live and it gives me a chance to check my settings. Today is Wednesday, September 11th. If you are here watching live, you're going to see the red live button up top. And if you're catching me on the replay, shout out to my replay warriors. Maybe you found my video over on my blog or maybe you found me on my YouTube. Welcome to my happy space, aka my craft room. This is where I spend a lot of my time. You will find me in here in the evenings. I love listening to music. I love just creating. A lot of times, sometimes on the weekend, you will find me in here. It truly is my happy place that I feel like everyone has to have a hobby that makes them truly happy, and stamping is mine. As I said, just popping on a few minutes before 7 so Facebook can let you know I got live. If you're here, say hi. Let me know where you're from. I always love to know where our viewers are coming from. And if you're watching on the replay, let me know that too. If you are here, please like, comment, and share my video. Even on the replay, you can do that too. Because that's how we get more people involved in our community. We want everyone to be a part of the stamping community because it truly does bring joy and happiness to people. And sometimes it also brings surprises that you don't expect either. All right, so I am trying to find myself on my iPad here. So as I said, I hope you've had a great day. It's another balmy, hot weather in September week. On the weekend, it was like 9 degrees, but felt like 4. I literally had wool socks on and pajama bottoms because it was so cold. I was wearing shorts in the morning and I was like, yeah, forget this. I actually put it on like those to warm me up. And then as the week has gone on, today was like we were in 31, 32. And as the rest of the week goes on, it's supposed to be like, so at the end of the day, everyone's like, oh my gosh, it's hot out here. Like that sun's just beaming. And it truly was. I'm ready for the cooler weather, and I don't know about you, but all the cool weather hopefully is coming around the corner. It has me dreaming of fall, and if you know me, I know that I'm a huge fall fan. I love when the leaves turn colors. We have this tree by my work that's absolutely beautiful. I need to take a picture of it one morning, show you what it looks like now, and show you what it looks like in a few weeks because it truly is beautiful. It's starting to change orange, and I love when the trees are orange and vibrant red. I love everything pumpkin spice, except for lattes. Apple desserts, love all those. As I was eating supper tonight, I was like, oh, maybe I should have some ice cream tonight. It's like really hot. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Treat myself because I haven't had anything this week. So I'm trying to be really good and only do those things on certain nights. So welcome. I'm excited you're here. Today we are going to be using a stamp set that was released last year called Autumn Leaves. It's a beautiful one. It actually carried over into our annual catalog, which is so nice. So, and it was $1 Million Achiever set designed by Amy Kohender, which I'm going to put that disclaimer here right now that is 1% of the company earns those $1 million sales requirements. So yeah, they have to work hard and they do, but I'm super excited to show you and I'm super glad that it carried over. Just let me, hold on here, some messaging my daughter because I can hear my puppy going to start barking. Oh, maybe not. He's looking at his food. He's had a busy few days. They've gone for drives and things like that. Okay, so let me try to find myself back here on my iPad. And I see myself right now. All right, so I am super excited to be with you to show you that amazing stamp set and what I've done. So if you watch me on Monday night, I created a scrapbook page. And then on Wednesday night, I go live with a card class. So what I do is I pick a product of the week. So my product of the week is the Autumn Leaves stamp set and dies. And then on Monday nights, I do a scrapbook page. And then on Wednesday nights, I do a card class. And you can earn the card class for free when you place an order in my online store from Monday to Sunday, and I will share that all with you when I flip the camera. So let's get started. I'm going to flip the camera, and I can't wait to show the cards to you. They're actually pretty bitty. Okay, so I'm going to flip my camera. I wish I could show you the outside, but that sun is beaming down. I find it's getting lower and lower each night, and when I go live, it literally is in my eyes. Okay, if you're here, say hi. Let me know. I forgot to show you. I hope you have your container of chocolate. Maybe you're watching me Maybe you're eating supper, maybe not. But anyways, have a treat. As I said, mine is filled with some Dove chocolate and some Hershey Kisses. So let's get started. We have lots to share with you. If you are here in the Southwest Ontario region and you're looking to be a part of a fun event, I would love to invite you to our holiday soiree. It is October 26th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and actually it's open to demonstrators and customers or to anyone who loves to craft. We're going to explore the new holiday catalog. I call it the holiday because that's what Stampin' Up! Used to call it, but now they call it the September to December. So we're going to be focusing on this. This catalog went live September 4th. Amazing products. Lots of stuff is still available. But what we're going to do is we're going to do product rotations. We're going to see 4 different suites, displays. You're going to see amazing. Like it'll be the amazing. And then we're going to do product playground where we're going to walk you through some different stations where you're going to learn how to create different things. Where you can do hands-on experience, and then the afternoon will be make and takes and for you to explore product playground, plus you get lunch, plus there's like prizes and everything else. I can't tell you all the details because I need to leave some surprises. So that is October 26th. If you're interested, please let me know. It is in the beautiful town of Dorchester. I'm super excited. The planning is happening and I cannot wait. All right, last week on September 4th was a busy day because we did launch our new mini catalog. This catalog is filled to the brim. It'll take you from fall to like December, but lots of fun products. I cannot wait. I actually sat down in August and planned all my stuff out till now to December, and I cannot wait to show you all this amazing products. So if you need a copy, you're here in Canada and you do not have a copy of this catalog or this catalog, our annual catalog, let me know and I'll pop one in the mail. I will be heading to the post office, I'm hoping Friday after work, because I'll be doing some catalogs up tomorrow. So if you need one, let me know. All right, scrapbooking brochure. I'm so excited to share this with you. This launched last week. So Stampin' Up! Used to do scrapbooking. They used to carry scrapbooking line, memory keeping. They did a lot with Project Life and Becky Higgins. Absolutely loved it. And then they kind of slowly went away and started more into the card making, still did memory keeping, but I'm so excited that they've dived back into scrapbooking. Like it truly is my passion and I love it. So if you're just learning, I would suggest going back to some of my YouTube videos and watching, or my blog and watching our Monday nights, or join me Monday night at 7 because that's where I actually show you the scrapbooking products. We've got these lined up. We're going to be showing you in depth more about these. We've got two-tone paper, we've got kits, we've got new stamp sets, so I'm super excited. You can view all of this on our online store in the online exclusive section. All right, so tonight, let's dive in. Tonight we are using the Autumn Leaves stamp set, which is a photo palmer. I learned this tip from my friend Patty. Like if you shake it, you know it's a photo palmer. And that just means it's jelly-like, so that it is meant for 2-stamp stamping so that you will be able to see. Plus, we also have dies. So these dies are beautiful. And they are matched. So lots of maple leaf. Here in Canada, our national symbol is a maple leaf. So I'm so excited to show you these projects tonight. I tried to keep them very, not simple, but simple and elegant in case you wanted to make them. And I also think they would make great cards for like Thanksgiving. So here in Canada, and I don't know if you guys know this, but our Thanksgiving is actually the second weekend in October. So that is pretty early for us. So when we get the holiday catalog, aka September, December, we really have to focus on, sorry, I'm just moving my thing. We really have to focus on what that earlier than the United States, because their American Thanksgiving is until November. So we just have to, I think I look good now. All right. So tonight's products, we are using Autumn Leaf. I also want to share with you, we're using the stylish shaped dies. And if you've been following me for a long time on my videos, you know that this is one of my top favorite dies. I love anything that is stitched, so we'll be using that. Also, we're going to be using the Greetings of the Season. This is also an online exclusive. It's actually meant for tags. As you can see, there's holes. I love it just for the different labels that it comes with. You can find this in our online exclusives on the online store. We'll be using that tonight. Plus, we're going to be using a new embossing folder called Birch Wood. This is part of the Nest of Winter suite. I did a whole week series on that in the beginning of August. It's one of my favorites. If you love birds, you're gonna love that. But it is a beautiful one. So we're gonna be using that tonight. And then I pulled in my favorite papers. If you know me and you've been following me for a while, I can't stop using this country wood paper. I love it. You can use it for everything. I truly love the wood grains, especially these patterns. I just love that rustic look. Like it's like that farmhouse rustic look. So Country Woods is one of the ones we're using. We're also using the Iconic Celebrations, which is one of my other favorites. You know, if you've been following me for a while, I've been using this one. It's just great. I've paired it all. So it's a 6x6. Here's all the Christmas. Here's like the wintry. Here's our fall, and then kind of like New Year's, Valentine's. But these patterns right now I'm loving. Like these three right here are kind of my favorite, tied in with that Country Woods. Also want to be sharing with you, this is our new Splendid Autumn 6x6, and here is the number. I think I'm going to start adding the number in so you guys can see that. It is a 6x6, but it is gorgeous fall paper. It's actually watercolored. So here are the beautiful patterns. So there is the first set of 12. And then here is the remaining. So look at that. Aren't they gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. We're going to make a card with one of these patterns tonight. All right, so let's dive in. And if anytime you have any questions, let me know. If I see your comment, I will answer it. And if I don't see your comment, I will definitely make sure I check for it after the video. All right, so we are creating 4 cards tonight designed around the autumn leaves. If you place an order in my online store using this host code from Monday, September 9th to Sunday, September 15th at midnight, I will send you the supplies to make these cards. Now, I can't do any stamping for you, so you would need to purchase the autumn leaf stamp set, or you can use something that you have in your own stash, because I always like you guys to, you know, mix in new, add new with old, and then you're going to add your own greeting. So we're going to make this card. This is the first card we're making, so I'm going to put that there. And when you place an online order, you will get a PDF with all the supplies, measurements, plus a link to the video that we're doing tonight. All right, I'm just going to tuck this in here. That's for that. Actually, no, I'm not, because I need to do that. So here are our pieces. I've already gone ahead and die cut out. So this one is from the Stylish Shape, and this one is from the, this is from the Autumn Leaves dies, just to save us some time, because I knew we had some work to do tonight. I'm going to put this up here just so you guys can see it, and I'm going to bring in our big shop, our Stampin' Cotton Vase. It used to be called the Big Shop. I used to have that. Sorry, I'm dropping stuff on the floor here, and my puppy is under my feet, so I want to make sure that I don't leave it there. All right, so in the Autumn Leaves stamp set, so last year when it came out in our September to December catalog, it was a bundle, and when it carries over into our annual catalog, it's not bundled anymore. So you have to buy the stamp set and die separately. But it has this really fun die right here that just embosses like a design on your paper. So that's what we're going to do tonight. And where's my sample? I think I do. So we're just going to, you don't want to put it this way, because obviously if I do it that way, I'm going to run my paper through the thing, and I don't want that. So I'm literally just going to put it like that. Now I use Post-it tape just so you can hold it in place, and then I run it through. Oh my gosh. I slept on, or something in my shoulder is like bothering me. So I was just turning that tonight. It's hard. Okay, so as you can see, it has left this beautiful indentation in our card base, which is so pretty. Just adds that a little extra element to your card. Now I'm going to do another one, but I don't necessarily want it to be all the way. But I also want to make sure that I don't hang my die over my plate, because when I run it through, I'll break the dies, and that's not what I want to do. So I'm just going to like center it and do that there. And once again, I'm just going to probably turn this so I have more of a fighting powder on that shoulder. Oh, I think my body's just getting used to being back to work too, so that doesn't help either. Okay. All right, so let's put this die back into the things just so we don't lose it, and I'll stick that on there. And then we'll have to bring that back in a minute. Okay, so we are going to put this paper. Now, we actually have a punch that does, I call it like creating a dog tag banner, but I can't show you. It's retired. So what I'm going to do is just cut up with my scissors a slit. Now, these scissors are my favorite. They're like our old ones. Do you ever have those products in your room that you're just like, oh, I want to hold on to them? But I would definitely, I also use paper snips too. So we're just doing that. We're going to adhere this down. You want to make sure that these ends aren't hanging over your card like this, because when you go to put it in your card, your envelope, it will literally get crushed, and we don't want to do that. I always say make a card, send a card, and because truly it will brighten somebody's day. All right, so we can go ahead and put this down. So we're going to pop that up with our dimensionals. I hope you've had a great day. As I said here, it's been very hot and sunny. I'm not sure how long it's lasting for. I do need to, as I was outside today, I was like, I really need to put a hat in my bag. Okay, so there's that. Now, I am just going to grab a little piece of pecan pie. So we're going to bring that in. So I'm just going to put this over. And before we do, we're going to do a little bit of stamping. Now, usually I stamp on my glass mat. If you've been following me, you know I absolutely love my glass mat. But I find when we have a big stamp like this, that's a solid, you definitely need a little bit more of a cushion. So that's why I'm going to use my paper piercer. And what I did was I just put some grid paper on it to keep it from, like, you know, if you stamped on it and then you get like that dirt, we don't want that. So we're using real red. So I'm only actually using 2 ink pad colors tonight. Trying to really keep it simple. So we're using real red and Cajun crease. So let me grab a piece of, so we're going to stamp up in real red. And truly that I feel are really nice colors of our autumns, our leaves here in here in Ontario. So there's that. All right, so we're going to close this. Actually, we're going to stamp our greeting while I have that out. So I already die cut this, and that came from the autumn leaves. And we're going to use the stamp that says with a grateful heart. So this would be like a nice card to give to somebody that you just want to say like you're thankful for. Maybe that you're invited to like a dinner for Thanksgiving. Or you know what, maybe someone just did something kind for you and you just want to let them know that you really appreciated it. All right, so there it is, our stamp. It says with a grateful heart, which I truly think is a wonderful greeting. I'm gonna leave that out because I think we're using that again. All right, so we have those pieces. Let me go ahead and get that stamp and cut and emboss again. All right. Now, we're gonna bring in our pecan pie. I'm just gonna open these dies up over here. And we're going to bring this one. So this is actually the center that works with the maple leaf. So as you can see, you can stamp, then they have a die that you can cut out the maple leaf. So we're gonna use that in a minute, but I do wanna cut out one of these because I felt my maple leaf needed a stem. So let's just, so it's stuck in there. See how it's stuck in there? So one of the best tools you can get for in your craft room is a take a pick. It comes with interchangeables. I have just hold mine on with washi tape. I found it came loose a lot, and it's probably just because I use it a lot. But ever since I've done the washi tape, it's pretty good. So you're just gonna help poke those little holes right here. That helps pop the dies out. And then slowly just pull your piece out, and there you go. You have a beautiful like maple leaf backing. All right, let's just put this here. Now we're going to bring in this die here, our stamped image, and we're going to put down our maple leaf. We're gonna get that washi tape or posty tape, whatever you want. You just want it to hold it in place because you don't want to stamp an image and then go cut it and then your die slips. Trust me, I've done that and it ticks me off to no tomorrow. And I have to redo it again, especially ones when you colored. Oh, it drives me crazy. So I always use Post-it note, and I actually have a container of washi tape because we don't really use washi tape these days. All right, I'll put that back. And I'm going to just move this out of our way. And we're gonna finish up our card. So there is our leaf. Isn't that gorgeous? So we're just going to easily peasy just put some, because I'm not really like adhering this down, like I'm not gluing it. Actually, this is the easiest way to do it. Then we're going to take our dimensionals and we're just gonna pop that up. So on Monday night, I created a scrapbook page with this set and we called it that's a mouthful, Sweater Weather. And I said it would be a great page to document all your favorite sweaters that you wear during the, the fall. So that is, you can check that out. I will be uploading that. I was busy last night and didn't get a chance. So probably it'll be up on my blog by the end of the week. So, all right, I just put a white in there. I leave my inside blanks because I do sell my cards at work or like family members want to grab them. So they always say to me, I like just a plain card. So I don't really do that anymore. Put it inside of me. Okay, so here, I'm just going to put tape on this side and dimensionals on the other. And I do that to make sure that my tag lays flat, or my label. I don't want it to be popped up and then it's not even. So just like that. So cute. Oops, I'm a little crooked. Okay, now I have these pecan pie and clear ribbed adhesives. You've seen me use these before. These are an online exclusive, so you will be able to find them in the online exclusives section of the our online store. Think of online exclusives as just a place where Stampin' Up! Is going to host stuff to give you more variety. Think about when you go to your favorite store, clothing store, and you're like, oh, I want this size, and they don't have it, and you ask an employee, they check, and they're like, yes, you can order it online. Think of it like that. That's what Stampin' Up! Is doing. They're hosting more products online so you can view it there. All right, there is our first card tonight using the Autumn Leaf stamp set. Isn't that cute? I love, love, love the colors. So pecan pie, and then this is actually probably like very vanilla, but I paired it with the white. You can use it, mix and match. I don't really use very vanilla often. More white, but I probably should. All right, so let's put that over there. Let's bring in our second card of the evening. Let's do this one. All right, so this one is, I was trying to think, I usually like to go by sketches, and I had a sketch in mind, and then I was like, oh no, I was gonna go like landscape, and I was like, no, let's change it to portrait. So we're using crumb cake. We have a piece we're going to emboss. Oops, look at that. I actually have those from last week when we were doing our, the More Than Autumn. Okay, so I already cut out a tag, and that is from that Greetings of the Season right there. I've also cut out, I want to call it like a banner. It's a great banner, but what I did was I just trimmed off this part so there was no tag. So what you get is that. And I've already gone ahead and die cut out our leaves because this just saves us some time. I used the dies from the Autumn Leaf, so I used the maple. I don't know what this name of the leaf is. So I did, I used Real Red Pumpkin Pie, and then I pulled in some Daffodil Delight. So there is the colors. We already have those. But before we do that, and we're going to move this off to the side, we're going to emboss this with that new embossing folder I was telling you about. So let's go back and bring our big boss in. Because we're using an embossing folder, our embossing folders, this one is the actual size of the mat, so it's a 6x8, I believe. Let me measure it. Let me just see. Yep, 6x8. I think it's 6x8. 6x8. Stampin' Up! Is coming out with more and more of these, so this will work with you. For this one, you need a plate one. you need your birch wood. This one is the birch wood embossing folder. And I always label my folders and my dies so I know what they are. So if I was in a class or, you know, maybe I'm doing my Facebook Live and someone's like, well, what is that in? I will be able to tell you. I don't have to go look it up. Put that in, and then we need to use this big gray one, which is number 4. And then we're just going to roll it through. All right, and then look at that. Isn't that a gorgeous embossed piece? Like, it's so pretty. All right, so let's just move this out of the way. I'll put that back over there. And we'll assemble our card. All right, so actually I didn't show you the card we were making. Oh, where I put those? Oh, right here. Just trying to keep all my pieces in. So we are actually making this card. So I thought it would be really pretty, you know, nice one that you could give to your, to a friend, another grateful heart. So just using those leaves. Oh, I didn't cut out some green ones, so maybe we'll do that one. All right, so I'm using that Country Wood Designer Series paper. I'm gonna use the darker side. I think this is one of my favorite patterns. I wish we truly just had that. All right, so, and I see I didn't cut any greens, so let's do a couple greens quickly. We're gonna use Old Olive, and I have, in my desk drawer, I have a drawer just filled with cardstock scraps. All right, so Old Olive, let's bring back in that big cut and emboss. All right, so we are going to use these 3 dies. So, Old Olive, we're using these 2 leaves that look like that, and then the one that looks like this. And we're gonna run that through. All right, so there they are. And then now make sure you put those back onto your pieces because they are so tiny. You don't want to do that. All right. So let's just put those over there. And I'm just going to put this back here because I don't think we need it. And I'm just going to put this off to our side. Okay. All right, let's bring that in. So we are just going to adhere all these leaves down. And I didn't really do any rhyme or reason. Oh, let's get our silicone mat. Just because if we're using adhesive, you don't want to get that on your grid or your glass mat. All right, so we're just gonna kind of lay down. Some I laid flat, some I popped up. Just adds dimension. Also want to make sure that there's not really any hanging off to the side. If you're putting it on like where we are, it will be okay. I'll put that up there. So like it's not hanging, see how it's hanging over? That's okay. But if it was hanging off towards your card, you don't necessarily want that. Let's bring in this big green one. And we're just gonna pop that there. And you know what? Let's just throw this little green one over here. Just tuck that in. And we're going to, I don't think we need an orange. Let's throw an orange in just for the fun of it. We'll put an orange up here. Okay, so these, we don't need that. We'll save that for another one. And we're just going to pop these up. Now on this one, I used a yellow one, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be the same. Just showing you different variations. All right, so let's put, let's do this one down here so it's more like that one. And then we'll do an orange one up here. So it doesn't really have to be, so there's our leaves. Now we can go ahead and pop this up on our card base. So a lot of times when I'm creating cards, I don't glue everything down onto my card base in case I make a mistake. Guess what? If you make a mistake, you're only doing layers. You're not necessarily doing the whole thing all over. So I tend to assemble on my layered pieces first, then glue down to my big ones. So we're just gonna do that. We're going to bring this. Now look at my hot mess of a mess here. I literally dropped it and it rolled and it untangled and now it's like a hot mess. So I'm just like kind of keeping it, trying to do the best I can. See, look at that. Like just totally, if anyone has any tips for those, please let me know. And I probably did more than I need. So let's just do a double because I think we're doing this later. Yep, see, just hot mess. If you have any tips, please let me know. All right, so we're just going to think like that. So I just cut a piece. It might be too small now. Can I get my hands? Nope, I did it too small. All right, hold on. Back to the drawing board. Let's see here. We'll cut that. There, that's better. Okay, so here, so what I did was I took a fig and I made it double. And then I, like that, and I pulled it in, and then you're literally just pulling the ends and making it how you want. Obviously this is bigger. Just there. Okay, so then we're going to use a glue dot. And we're just going to, remember I told you it's easier to put the bow or the twine to the glue dot on the roll and then pull that off. And then you can easily, let's get our paper snips in and easily just trim those up. Like that. Okay. Now we're pretty good. I know we're almost done that. So let's go ahead and secure that. Just like that. Now, where did my label go? Oh, here it is. So we're going to stamp with a Grateful Heart again. We're going to do that real red. Now I want to keep it, so I want my greeting, my banner to be on my right. And I don't want to stamp it too far over. I want to stamp it closer to the banner end. So we're just going to see now I'm using just my glass mat because I really truly love how it stamps. There's so much you can do with this so much you can do with this glass mat. All right, so now I know I don't need this extra, so we're just going to trim that off. So you can see how I took this banner from the greetings of the season. So that was the die that I used, but was meant to be like a tag. Obviously you would hang it on a present or a gift, but I chose to use it in another way because I like to show you guys different ways of using the product to get more value out of it. And I love them because the bigger pieces are stitched. Like you can see our tag is stitched. So of course we have to purchase those. All right, so there it is with the Grateful Heart. Now I just kind of put it probably, let's just maybe, nope, we're gonna go right there. With a Grateful Heart. Let's pull those embellishments back in again. So trying to create with, showing you how product intermix, but also showing you what you can do if you were like, hey, I can only, I only have these colors. Oh, look at that, I got it stuck on my glass mat. What can I do with it? So that's why I wanted to show you. And sometimes when you have multiple stamp sets and dies and everything, it makes it a lot. Okay, so there is our second one. I should probably put, oh, my dot. There is our second card showcasing a tag in the Birchwood embossing folder and the Country Woods paper with a Grateful Heart. Just don't look at those colors. I feel like this is like you're walking in the woods and you look down and you see a leaf pile. That's what that reminds me of. Okay, so there's our second card. Let's go on to our third card. Our third card was inspired by a layout. As I said, when I'm like sitting watching TV or I'm on social media and I see a card or layout that I like, I save it. So when I sit down to create on the weekends, I go back through my camera roll and be like, oh, I really liked that layout. So the card I'm showcasing tonight was on Pinterest, was created by a person, I don't know her name, but it was, her thing was called Stampin' in the Metals. So I really liked just the layout. She'd done it for, she actually used the same set, but she did it like in totally different colors. And I was like, oh, I really like that. So we're going to use Cajun Craze. We're pulling out an iconic celebration. And then I did the leaves, and then I thought it would be fun to bring in one of those country wood patterns. So this is the pattern I use, and it has a little bit of a pinkish tone in it because that is the back. And I thought, whoa, what, that looks like fun. So that's the card we're going to create. So once again, I've gone ahead and cut that banner. So you can see there's a tag, so you could easily put some ribbon or twine and create that. We actually have this piece, so we can go ahead and hear that. As I said, this iconic celebration paper is one of my favorites, and I have used it quite a bit. It was non-orderable, but when I looked earlier, I did not see it on the list, so maybe that means it's available again. All right, I've already cut out our maple leaves. We have Cajun Craze, Old Olive, Crushed Curry, Real Red, and did one in that country wood, so we're just gonna pile that over there. I've already done our greeting, but before we do that, we're gonna bring in this basic white piece, and we're going to bring back in that die. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a couple boss images or lines. I'm going to call them lines. We're going to do 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. Just adds that little extra detail to the card, and I'll show you what I mean. So on my card, you can see that it's right there. Just adds that little extra detail behind our leaves. So there's the first one. Now you can stagger them. So I'm going to do like one short, one long, and then we're going to do a couple on the bottom. All right. So there's that. And then let's go up here. We'll do 2 more runs through. As I said, if you're just joining me, welcome to our crafty session. We are focusing on the Autumn Leaves stamp set and dies, which is a carryover into our annual catalog, and you can find it in the Encore section in the annual catalog. And this video will be uploaded. I will upload this video, so it'll be up on my YouTube and blog by the end of the weekend. All right, make sure you subscribe to my newsletters too, because that's where you guys always find out. You guys are usually the first to find out what the product of the week is, if I'm doing any specials. So you truly want to be growing that list. I'm joining that list. If you go to my blog, which is www.stampwithann, it'll do a pop-up and you can join right there. All right, so let's go ahead and put that down, just like that. All right, so, oh, and I meant to put twine around it, and I forgot. That's okay, because my twine is a hot mess right now. Remember? Like, it's tangled. So let's just go ahead and pop these up, but that's okay. We're going to do, maybe we can do a twine bow. That's what we'll do. We'll do a twine bow. So then you can see what the difference looks like. So now I'm done with all of my dimensionals in the inside. Don't go and throw this out, because these pieces around here make good little dimensional backings. When I do classes, people will be like, they'll throw them in the garbage, and when I'm cleaning up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's so good, I can use it. And I usually bring it upstairs. So yeah, it's a little tip, save that. And you know, I didn't know that. I think I threw mine away until someone pointed that out to me, and I was like, that's a great tip. Now, we're gonna go backwards to the color combinations that we did. We're just gonna do it in reverse. So we're gonna do the Real Red first. And we just want to make them look like they're, unless that is not down enough. So let's glue that down. All right. And then we're going to do our green. Just like they're floating in the air. Our Cajun. Just like this. All right. And then we're going to bring in that country woods and lay it on top. Maybe, let's see, just like it's just yeah, it's maybe floating this way. Just kind of like bunched there. We're going to bring in our greetings. So now we're going to switch to Cajun Craze. So you can see my banner is to the left. So I want to make sure I stamp more to the left. And we're using the greeting that says, I'm thankful for you, which is another one that you can use whatever way you want. So let's just put this here. You can tell there's certain stamps that I've used more than others. Okay, so let's get that Cajun Craze in here. I am thankful for you. So my banner end is to my left, and I'm going to stamp closer to that so that I can cut that off. See, because I don't want that tag part showing. I just want it to be that way. So let's go ahead and cut that off. Just trim it. You can use a trimmer. I just eyeball things. So I think, you know what, that's kind of, wait, okay, this is going to drive me crazy here. You can puff it up. We're going to choose to lay it flat. We're just going to put that down like that. Okay, we're going to bring back in those dots. Where is my take a pick? I'm going to pop those up. Let's do, oh, did you see that? It just went flying and landed on my thing up here. Oh my. Let's put a big one, and then we'll do 2 small ones down here. And then I think we'll add, cute. Okay, so let's do that. Let's move that. Let's bring in those mess of a twine. Here we go. Oh my gosh, look at it. And this time we're just gonna make a bow. All right. And let's see where she was. Put it maybe right here. So just showing you a different way of doing the card. Same layout, we're just choosing to do it a different way. So there is, this one I wrapped the twine around that white piece, and this one we just did a bow. So 2 ways, just done, same template, just done 2 different ways. You can see my twine mess up there, oh my gosh. Okay, so there's our 3rd card. Let's move that out of the way. It looks like a giant spider or something. We don't need that on the video. Oh my gosh. Okay, our last card. And this is where we're going to be showcasing that designer series paper, which is absolutely gorgeous. So let's, here's what we're doing. I really thought this tree reminds me of the fall trees that I love, so I thought I would use it. And what I did was a very simple card, so you could easily mass produce this. Using that Cajun Craze again for our base. Okay, and then what I did was I took that Splendid Autumn and I cut my pattern. So you can see this is, it goes like this. That's what, like one of the patterns. So I did a bigger piece to be my background, and then I just layered a smaller piece on top. So let's go ahead and do that. Because I wanted to showcase that beautiful pattern paper, which is truly just beautiful. So let's go ahead and like, look at that. Like that pattern is just gorgeous. Put this down. All right, so now we are going to cut out, I didn't cut this die out, I thought I did. We're going to use, oops, sorry, my, my light went, oh, sorry guys. There, I'm more of a yellowish tone now, I gotta fix that. Oh, there we go. And I'll brighten it up. There we go. Sorry about that. I hit the lights as I was moving it. Okay, so let's just bring that scrap in. We're using this one. Once again, it's a stitch die. Gotta love the stitch dies. So look for inside different die sets. There's always usually labels. And you can totally use them for different things. So here is that label. It's stitched. So let's put this over to our side. almost done here. We're gonna grab our Rio Red. And the green we're using, it says, the autumn teaches us that change can be beautiful. And I know change is very hard for a lot of people, but I also think wonderful things do come out of change. Change makes us grow, makes us stronger. And just think of those leaves. Every year, the leaves in the spring, they turn green, and you know, they bud out and they turn green. And then in the fall, they change these beautiful colors. I truly am going to take that picture of the tree by my work and show it to you guys. So if you follow me on social media, watch for that post because it is so beautiful. And then I'll show you what it looks like in a few weeks because it turns vibrant red. All right, so we have our greeting. Now what we're going to do is make sure those are closed. What we're going to do is take some of this twine, roll off some piece here. Okay, we're going to put tape just like this. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to like loop it. So like this. So I just kind of, there's no rhyme or reason. I just loop it through and then maybe one more loop and then like that. Just like that, okay? So here is my hot mess. You know, if somebody has we'll fix that up later, hide it so we don't see it. All right, so let's bring in some dimensionals. Dimensionals helps hold that twine down into place. Oops, I think I'm a little over than I want it to be. All right. And then we're going to pop that down. And let's just show you what we're going to do. Now, this one I didn't add any embellishments because I thought it was just beautiful the way it was. Didn't necessarily want to add more. So let me show you this card done. Isn't that paper beautiful? And you can see like the trees are different. This one has more yellows and oranges, and this has more of the real, like the copper colors in it. So there is our fourth card for tonight. So let's bring all those cards back in so you can see what we created. And we'll just do a quick recap. All right, so, and I always ask this question at my classes. Which one is your favorite? Sometimes I think, oh, I think this is my favorite. And then they'll be like, oh, or like one I think, oh, I don't know if I really like this one. And it ends up being that their favorite. Just trying to find here. Let's just do it this way. All right. So here is our cards we made tonight, showcasing the Autumn Leaves stamp set and the Autumn Leaves dies. So here's the stamp sets. And let me just pull in these dies. And here are the dies. So Autumn Leaves stamp set and dies. You have to buy them separate. And you can find it in our annual catalog. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. All right, so how does this work? I've created a card class to go with you. If you're interested in making these cards at home and you're like, hey, you know what? I don't want to cut my supplies. I just want Anne to do it for me. Place an order in my online store using this house code from Monday, September 9th to Sunday, September 15th at midnight. And I will create these card packs for you. Now, what I can't do is I can't stamp images. But like, so on this card, you would get all the pieces, the die cuts, but I couldn't stamp that. This, you would get all the die cuts, not the greeting. And then I will send you the PDF. I will create the card kit. I will pop it in the mail for you. I will send you the PDF and a link to this video. And then you can go back and rewatch this video as many times as you want as you create these beautiful cards. All right, I just saw Judy said, hi Judy, she said, I love the cards. My favorite is 2 and 4. So I think these two were your favorite, Judy. She liked these two. 1, 2. So this actually was like 1, 2. This was 3, and I think this was 4. I think that's how we did them in order. Anyways, yes, Judy, I really liked the wood grain and the tag, and I love this paper. It's a beautiful paper. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me. Have a great remaining Wednesday and the remaining week. I will be back next Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time as we showcase what are we doing next week? Ooh, we're doing an online exclusive stamp set next week and dies that I cannot wait to share with you. And if you have any questions in the meantime, just pop me a message and I will respond back to you. I want to thank you whether you watch me live or watching me on the replay. I truly appreciate you joining me every Wednesday and Monday night as we grow our stamping community. All right, everyone, have a great rest of your night. Have a fabulous weekend, and I will see you guys on Monday night. Bye, everyone.